Madre de Dios.
I don't know, John. Isn't this illegal?
What isn't illegal in Hill Valley?
Shh. What if Citizen Brown's watching?
Don't worry, nobody can see us here.
He's a peeping Tom. Ah, Dad.
Try to warn your old man the next time, okay?
Hey, I hear you got hit with some more demerits.
Un fisgón,
Good on ya.
como cuando conoció a la madre.
Never trust the guy
Monitores.
who costs 1,000 demerits, am I right?
Videograbadora. Vale. Pero ¿por qué veo siempre el mismo?
Another day.
Interruptor. ¿Los puedo cambiar?
Hey, demerit?
Supongo que habrá que hacer algo. ¿Se pueden poner todos con el símbolo del ciudadano? Ah, mira. Controlado y autocontrolado. Vale. Vale. Hombre, me gustaría ver todo lo que se hace ahí para... Ah, claro, el reciclado.
Hey, I hear you got hit with some more demerits, Nathan.
Videograbadora.
Oh, it's recording. I don't want to mess up Dad's work.
Vale. ¿Esto qué es? No lo puedo. Ah, cada uno tiene una. Vale, vale. Ah, no, 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 no. ¿Y cómo voy para atrás?
The perfect place to
Aquí,
live.
¿no?
That wasn't a note of irony in your voice, was it, citizen?
La guitarra de Marty.
Hey, what's my guitar doing out here?
Your mother and I convinced you to give it up, remember? Rock and roll music is frowned on by the Brown administration. It sets a poor example for all the kids who look up to you as a model of studiousness and moral gravity. And besides, you're not very good.
Ajá. Dame la guitarra.
Come on, Dad. I need that guitar.
Give me one good reason why I should give it back to you.
Because
Tengo que impresionar a Jennifer.
a certain girl is only gonna like me if I can play the guitar.
A certain girl. You don't mean...
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Why are you fixated on that little hellion? She's nothing but trouble.
Yeah, my kind of trouble.
And besides, the way you play guitar, you're only gonna drive her further Go ahead, son. Do your worst.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, demerit?
Bueno, pues ya tengo una guitarra.
Sufficiently polished shoes.
Igual puedo impresionarla de verdad. Aquí no... Disquetes. Computadora.
Nice. We didn't have a computer in the other timeline. Well, no joystick. That's lame.
Y aquí hay... Disquetes.
Greetings, programs. LeBrock 2.0. Anatomical constructs for sciences of all sorts. Boring.
Good morning, Mrs.
Vale.
Brown. Please
Vale.
address me as Mrs. Citizen Brown.
¿Puedo hablar con George?
I'm sorry, Mrs.
I saw Mom downtown. She told me to give this to you.
Thanks.
Say, what gives around here?
Ah, you know, the usual. Keeping tabs on Hill Valley through my trusty bank of monitors. Always on the lookout for some interesting footage.
¿Y qué buscas? Alguien que haga algo ilegal,
What
claro.
do you mean interesting?
What kind of silly question is that? I've been gathering candid documentary footage for Citizen Brown's promotional videos for over a year now. I know your mother doesn't approve of my work, but wait a minute. You say you saw Lorraine? 11 to 12 hair salon, 12 to 12:20 lunch at soup mo counter, cream of asparagus with crackers.
What was that?
You know your mother's problems. If she slips up again, it could mean demerits for the whole family. There she is, polishing the statue in the park. Just like the schedule dictates. Oh, then everything's fine. Good. Unless... How was she when you spoke to her? Lucid? Sober?
Uf. Hombre, estaba sobria, pero le voy a decir que no la voy a delatar para sembrar la duda.
What are you getting at? Jeez, I'm not gonna rat my own mom, even if she is a...
Shh. I don't know for sure that your mother has relapsed into her old ways, but she's been acting very odd lately, almost as if she didn't like my constant supervision. Confidentially, I suspect she's got a flask hidden somewhere, probably very near the spot where she's working right now. Do me a favor, son, will you? See if you can worm the truth out of her. She won't confide in me, but she may be less guarded with you. Double rations this week if you help your old man out. What do you say? That's a good boy.
Okay, Dad, we need to talk.
¿Que ha vuelto a beber? ¿Qué escondías cuando llegué? No, le voy a preguntar sobre mamá primero.
It's about Mom.
¿Está considerando entrar en el programa Ciudadano Plus?
She's thinking about signing up for the Citizen Plus program.
Is she now?
You're not gonna let her go through with it, are you?
Well, from what I hear, it's a fairly drastic procedure which completely reshapes the subject's personality. On the other hand, if Citizen Brown recommends it, it's gotta be a good thing.
¿Cómo terminó así?
How'd she get to be such a mess? This isn't how she is in my perfect world.
You're right, it's a real puzzle. Because of course we both know Hill Valley is a perfect world, but for some peculiar reason, the harder I try to get her to conform to the rules, the more she slips up.
¿Puedes retroceder?
Don't you think Mom would be a little more relaxed if you gave her just a little bit of space?
Now, there's a fine suggestion. What would Hill Valley be like if people gave each other space? Why, we'd all be tempted to follow our own impulses, and there's no telling where that might lead.
Tiene el cerebro lavado, de verdad.
Something on your mind?
Voy a preguntarle sobre él.
So about you and your, work.
Shoot.
¿Por qué no escribes ciencia ficción?
You're supposed to be, I mean, wouldn't you rather spend your time writing, say, science fiction novels?
Science fiction. I did mess around with it once, but that was before Citizen Brown made it
¿También es
illegal.
ilegal?
Science fiction's illegal?
Sci-fi promotes an unhealthy obsession with the fantastic and impossible, and it encourages the idea that there might be better societies than Hill Valley, which is subversive nonsense, of course.
Vale. ¿Y cómo terminaste así?
You seem to be really into this spying business.
It's not spying, son. It's cinema verite. These candid moments of Hill Valley's residents will eventually be compiled and edited into the documentaries and promotional materials that advertise our way of life to the rest of the world. True, you can argue that I've taken things to extremes, but I still get up to take my meals and, of course, to use the facilities.
Ya.
Okay, different subject.
Sigue siendo
Yeah.
un fisgón. Preguntar sobre mí.
It's about me.
I'm all ears.
¿Dónde puedo encontrarme?
You, is there anywhere you expect me to be, like, right now?
Well, I did expect you to be up at the lake until tomorrow with that math-and-magic competition, so I guess your time is pretty much your own right now.
En un certamen matemático. ¿Cómo soy?
Well, from certain things I've heard, I get the idea that people in this town regard Marty McFly as a
As a what?
nerd.
They said that?
In so many words.
Just because a boy studies hard and gets straight A's and respects the rules and doesn't party or drink or stay out late and is perhaps a bit socially inept and obsessed with personal hygiene and prefers his rubber band collection
Stop! I really don't want to hear anymore.
I'm proud of you, son.
Pero digo yo, si es tan buena persona, tan buen estudiante, tan buen ciudadano, ¿por qué Doc no se paró?
I'm trying to understand why Jennifer broke up with me in this time.
Jennifer.
Recent past.
Are you still mooning over that girl? Forget her! She's bad news. Why, my surveillance cameras have caught her doing things that are completely against the Hill Valley Code.
I don't want to know.
Kissing boys. sitting with boys in cars. I've kept quiet about it for her father's sake, but believe me, you're well rid of her.
Vale. Está claro que aquí vamos a encontrar la prueba para que de todos los deméritos que vamos a acumular, seguramente para ir a ver a Doc.
Okay, different subject.
Yeah?
Bien. Vamos a preguntar sobre Hill Valley y las reglas.
Hill Valley has a lot of rules.
It
Bastantes.
certainly does, for our own good.
Vale. Las reglas de Hill Valley son por nuestro propio bien. ¿Tenemos un perro?
Did you ever harbor a dangerous animal?
Aha! Couldn't if I wanted to. They've all been banned.
Todos
But
han sido
I
prohibidos.
did catch something very interesting on one of my monitors yesterday. Which one was it? Oh, yes. Does that look like a stray dog to you? Whatever it is, Edna's Animal Patrol will make short work of it.
Hay un perro. ¿Está Einstein aquí? ¿Cómo? Es imposible. Es que claro, cuando viajamos a esta línea temporal, ¿qué pasó con Doc y Einstein? ¿Salieron despedidos? ¿Está el Doc que nosotros conocemos aquí? El contrabando es malo, ¿verdad?
If I got caught with a contraband item, I'd get in a lot of trouble, right?
You certainly would. You could be facing up to 1,000 demerits depending on the item. But of course, you wouldn't be caught dead with anything illegal. It's your mother I'm worried about.
Vale, tengo que encontrar algo que sea muy ilegal y que me pillen. ¿Cómo puede ser ilegal besarse?
Public kissing is illegal, right?
Ah, the old PDA law. Indeed it is. And what's more, violation carries a hefty load of demerits. But you know, it's a law people break with surprising regularity. Why, I could show you videotaped evidence.
How exactly do people get other people to break it?
On second thought, perhaps I shouldn't show you the videotaped evidence.
Tiene grabado todo este tío. Vale. Otro tema.
Something on your mind?
Estoy cogiendo mucha información. ¿Qué pasa con la casa? Es verdad, estaba precintada.
I don't know how to tell you this, son, but while you were away at your mathemagic competition, our house got slapped with a CZ36 violation.
¿Qué es esa violación?
I know, it's so embarrassing. Your mother's mortified. She works so hard to keep a clean house, but those dust mites are so hard to keep down.
Wait a minute, we
¿Qué?
can't go into the house because of dust mites?
Well, not until they send in the cleanup crew.
This is ridiculous.
Thank goodness they let me move my office out here into the garage.
Vamos a ver, ¿han precintado la casa porque estaba llena de ácaros? Vale.
So, when is this dust mite problem gonna be solved so I can get to all my stuff?
Well, the cleanup crew said they'd probably get around to it by tonight, but they're kind of backed up, so I wouldn't expect them until tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow?
Mañana.
Where am I supposed to sleep?
I got it all covered, son. We're gonna camp out back just like we did when you were little.
Okay, this timeline is officially a nightmare.
Vale, no podemos entrar en casa porque están limpiándola de ácaros. ¿Cómo funcionan los monitores?
How exactly does this setup work?
I'm glad to see you taking an interest.
Por supuesto que me interesa.
Each of these monitors is connected to multiple cameras, of which I've strategically jacked into throughout the valley, with official clearance, of course. I can switch between cameras with these buttons. There's also a VCR for each monitor. I keep a record of everything I see, so if I happen across something intriguing, I can keep it on file.
Vale. Bueno, pues vamos a hablar de alguien que ambos conocemos. Puede ser Biff o puede ser Doc.
It's about someone we both know.
Yes?
Hermano y hermana.
David and Linda.
Have you heard from them?
No, I thought maybe you had.
Not in ages. As far as I know, he's still working for the big city newspaper, and she's still in that women's boarding house. I'll never understand why they decided to leave Hill Valley.
Ah, no están aquí. Se fueron. ¿Y Biff?
Have you seen Biff lately?
Not since he went to the reconditioning center. Is he back among the living?
Depends on what you mean by living. He's really different from the way I remember him.
Lucky dog. In a way, it isn't fair that Hill Valley's biggest scofflaw should be the first to receive the benefits of the new Citizens Plus program. But I know I shouldn't be jealous.
Vale, Biff parecía que era el más problemático de Hill Valley y ahora está bien. Entre comillas. Edna.
What can you tell me about Edna?
Mrs. Citizen Brown? Oh, she's a wonderful woman. People just think of her as this sweet, self-effacing grandmotherly type.
Edna? Are we talking about the
But
same?
really, she's just as involved in running the town as her husband is.
Ya sabía yo que iba a estar en medio.
Have you ever spent time with Citizen Brown?
Well, of course I'm in the audience for every one of his public addresses.
One-on-one, I mean.
Oh, no. He'd never notice a common Sector L citizen like me. But I dream that someday he'll recognize me for my public service and maybe let me shake his hand.
Madre mía. Uf. Estado policial.
Something on your mind?
Vale, ¿qué escondías cuando llegué?
What were you hiding when I came in just now?
Hiding? I don't know what you're talking about, son.
Come on, I saw it. It was a videotape, right?
I might as well tell you. After all, you'll be 18 soon.
Tell me what?
Hill Valley under Citizen Brown is not quite the contented town you were led to believe it was.
A ver. ¿En serio?
I don't believe it.
This isn't a criticism of the great man himself, of course, or his sainted wife, Edna. No one's worked harder than they to apply the most advanced social planning techniques to our municipality. But,
What?
confidentially, not everybody appreciates it. A great many citizens, perhaps even the majority, actively resent the Brown administration. They don't say so publicly, of course. But in private, well, just listen.
Vamos a ver las pruebas de que la
This
gente
regime is a joke.
no está
They're
contenta.
all laughing at us over in Fairfax.
A toast to Citizen Brown. May his beloved courthouse be struck by lightning. Shh, Agnes, you're awful. Are you coming to the town square, Lester? Citizen Brown's about to give another speech.
Citizen Brown can kiss my hairy.
Well, you get the idea.
Sounds like people can't stand what the Browns have done to Hill Valley.
Not everyone. Only around 50%, maybe 60.
Does Citizen Brown know?
He should. Whenever I send copies of my raw footage to the Public Relations Department over at the courthouse, I get a memo telling me how much Citizen Brown thanks me for my service. But how could he see those videos and not do anything about it?
Maybe you should take your tapes directly to Brown.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, sure, he might appreciate my bringing these problems to his attention and reward me for my public service, but then again, they say it's never wise to be the bearer of bad news.
Vale. El padre de Marty tiene la prueba de que no todo el mundo está contento con la administración Brown, pero él no quiere llevarlo porque no quiere ser portador de malas noticias. Entonces, yo llevaré la cinta.
Why don't you give me those videotapes? I'll take them to Citizen Brown.
Thanks for offering, son, but I don't want to get you involved. Citizen Brown won't like what he sees on them, and I wouldn't want you to get the brunt of his displeasure, not to mention the displeasure of all the folks on the tapes. Once they find out I recorded them, no, I'm not letting these tapes out of my sight. It's too dangerous.
Oh, pues no me la va a dar.
Well, I'll leave you to your snooping.
Supervising, son, supervising.
I'll leave you to it.
No está
Right.
fisgando, está
You
supervisando.
got hit with some more demerits, Nathan. Good on ya.
Lorraine.
Sure. Never
Vale.
trust a guy with less than 1,000 demerits, am I right?
Aquí no hay nada más que me pueda interesar.
Attention, citizens! This domicile is in violation of Civic Ordinance CZ-36 and has been placed in protective quarantine until corrective measures can be taken. Please back away from the house and have a nice day.
What the hell?
Don't violate the perimeter, son.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please address me.
Madre mía, no se puede hacer nada.
What's the problem, citizen?
Everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine now. Thank you. How are you?
Bueno, pues vámonos. Aquí no se puede hacer nada más, ¿no? ¿Vale? Tengo la guitarra. ¿Podría impresionar a Jennifer?
Locked.
Ya. Graffiti.
She missed a spot.
¿Puedo entrar por aquí?
I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Vale, vale, vale. ¿Puedo entrar? No tengo la llave. Vale. Ventanilla.
Okay. Welcome to Soup Mo, where soup is just... Oh, it's you. This better be important, McFly.
Leech, was that Jennifer?
Well, A, it's none of your business, and B, seeing as she ain't your chick no more, yeah.
Okay, now this timeline is really pissing me off.
Vale. ¿Qué hay en el menú?
What's on the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
Vale. ¿Qué hay más en la sopa?
Falls under the more category.
We got neat loaf. It's made with textured wheat protein.
No thanks. What else falls under the more category?
Well, there's the hum burger. It's made from pressed roasted hummus.
Do you have any real meat back there?
Define real.
¿Algo comestible hay? ¿No hamburguesas de hummus, por favor?
I'm afraid to ask, but what other non-soup food do you have? Anything edible?
Well, we have these pea and liver with soy cheese hot dogs. They're new, and we're offering free samples. You want one?
Claro. Me comeré una muestra.
Where are the free samples?
Here. I keep them behind the counter.
Oh, qué pinta.
Oh, God.
If you puke, you're cleaning it up, wuss.
I can't finish this.
Not my problem.
Vale. ¿Y por qué estás tras el mostrador?
Why are the samples behind the counter?
I can't leave them out, dude. There's a DOG running around town, and
perro.
he keeps going after the sample tray, knocking them all over the ground.
A dog? Wait, these samples haven't been on the ground, have they?
Geez, McFly, relax. They're fresh, mostly.
About this dog.
¿Dónde está el perro?
What's he look like?
Beats me. He's a smart little SOB. He only comes around when my back is turned.
Then how do you know it's a dog? You can smell him?
Allergies, dimwit.
Ah. Es alérgico al perro.
What are those things?
Those are the liver and peas with soy cheese hot dogs.
Ew.
You and me both, brown noser.
Vale. Tú y Jennifer, le voy a preguntar.
Jennifer? Really?
Oh, is the poor little nerd jealous?
No.
Yeah, and a little disgusted.
That's probably the soup.
Vale, cuidado lo que haces con Jennifer. Esto está fuera de lugar, pero eso lo voy a decir.
You better treat Jen with respect, Leech.
Hey, I got nothing but respect for Jennifer. Respect for her eyes, for her hips, the way she wriggles when she...
Hey!
Now, that dork that let her get away, there's a loser that I got no respect for.
Vale. ¿Por qué los estornudos?
You got a cold or something?
Ugh,
Alergia.
allergies. I swear there's a dog hanging out around here somewhere.
A dog?
Yeah, and the stupid mutt keeps trying to steal my free samples.
¿Qué más hay en el
What's on
menú?
the menu?
Soup.
Just soup?
And more.
Nada, no importa. Vale. Voy a salir. Supongo que tengo...
Smell you later.
Rompa algunas reglas. Hace amigo de un perro perdido. Esto puedo coger.
Even screwed up Nutso Hill Valley doesn't deserve that smell.
Tengo una muestra, vale. Bueno.
Hey, hey, there's that mangy. Go get him, McFly.
Claro que sí. ¿Dónde estás, Einstein? Pilla el bote. Y ve tras él.
He's gotta be hiding in here somewhere.
¿En la heladera?
Stay put now, boy. Wherever you are. Not a sign of him. I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Probablemente tenga que ponerle la muestra de perrito caliente en algún sitio. Pero antes vamos a intentar impresionar a esta mujer. A ver.
Check this out.
What? You swiped your big brother's guitar? Is that supposed to impress me?
It's not my brother's, it's mine.
Yeah, sure. And you'd play it for me, only you don't have an amp.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Pathetic.
No tengo amplificador, es verdad. Una guitarra eléctrica. Vale.
McFly?
¿Sí?
My spray can?
Oh,
Dork.
¿Qué haces? Date la vuelta. Date la vuelta. Igual hay que hacer algo con el spray. Porque no lo puedo sacar de aquí.
where could he be hiding?
Vamos a ver. Pintura en aerosol. Paleta.
What to paint? What to paint?
¿Qué podría pintar? ¿La heladera?
What to paint? What to paint?
Paleta, mesa. Nada más. Bueno, voy a coger el pinchito.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here. Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
¿Por qué no lo puedo dejar? Mesa.
I bet you're under here. Not
que
a sign of him.
Si no está en un sitio, está en el otro. Y tendría que hacer algo
Not interested.
con esto probablemente.
Spray paint. Directions say to apply a thin coat and let dry. Avoid touching or tracking wet paint.
Vale. Si lo pongo en el suelo, puede que me lleven las huellas a donde está. Claro, ahora me dirá. Sí, pero en el suelo. No.
McFly?
Sí.
My spray can?
Ya.
Dork.
O no. O lo tengo que poner en algún sitio. Porque se va por allí. ¿Lo podré poner en el suelo? El spray. No, no, date la vuelta. Igual me hace falta algo, ¿eh? No lo sé. Pero es la pista más... También hablar con Lorraine, es verdad. Pero... Vamos a ver. ¿La tabla?
It would look better blue.
No la pisa.
Where could he be hiding?
Me voy a un sitio, me voy a otro.
In another timeline.
Y ahora se pira. Se pira y ¿dónde va?
I don't want to go digging through the trash unless I absolutely have to.
Vale, uff. Lo acabo de pillar ahora. Os lo cuento. Ahora sí que vamos a saber dónde está. Es que no era para ver dónde escapaba, sino en dónde se encuentra. Exactamente. Ahora vamos a saber exactamente dónde está. Porque siempre íbamos a uno o a otro y no sabíamos dónde, pero ahora...
Now we're in business.
Eso es. Entonces ahora sí sabemos que tenemos que utilizar esto aquí.
Decency prevents me from leaving this here.
¿No? Vale. Hola.
I outsmarted you, didn't I? Oh, don't be like that, Einie.
Venga, vamos a hacernos amigos.
Look, Einie, I've got a treat for you. Attaboy. Now hold still.
Venga, le quitamos el bozal.
See, I'm not such a bad guy, right? Whoa, okay. I guess I've won you over. Wish they were all this easy.
Y ahora me ven con un perro.
What is it, boy?
Edna.
Einstein, wait! No! No.
Oh, rabies! Rabies, help!
Back! Down! Sit! Play dead!
Officer Parker, subdue that beast at once!
Einstein, sit!
Einstein? Oh, if he bites me, you'll be in a world of trouble, citizen. Wait, I know that creature. Officer Parker, that's the stray that keeps escaping the kennel. I thought he was muzzled.
I took the muzzle off.
You what?
That's right, he's my dog now.
Citizen, you are in violation of Statute 357K.
Gracias.
Parker, demerit this hooligan at once. I'll return this creature to the kennel.
Yes, ma'am.
Filthy, wretched beasts.
Don't worry, Einie. Once I fix all this, you'll be back with Doc and romping through time.
Now stay out of trouble, unless you want a visit from Citizen Brown.
Precisamente quiero visitarle. Vale, Lorraine.
Mom?
A ver. Voy a preguntar sobre ella, ¿cómo
What
está?
about you, Mom?
What about me?
¿Quieres ser una ciudadana plus?
I saw you talking to Biff about the Citizen Plus program.
Biff says I'd be a perfect candidate for it.
I know Biff, and if that's what the Citizen Plus program does to people, then you don't want any part of it.
But Biff has been reformed. Look at him. He seems so happy now. So at peace with this town. What I wouldn't give.
He's a total veg, Mom.
Your father is always telling me that I don't invest enough in the workings of our great Citizen Brown. Maybe it's time for me to turn a new leaf and just go with the flow.
Okay, just hold off for a bit, please. I don't want you doing anything rash.
Está un poco desesperada. ¿Qué haces aquí puliendo la estatua?
What are you doing out here polishing the statue?
I know. I was scheduled to clean the clock this month, but then Needle's mom ate some of that bad tofu that's been going around. So there was some reshuffling in the L sector duty roster, and here I am. I kinda wish I was cleaning the clock, though. So much nicer up there without all the cameras.
The cameras?
Wave to Big Brother, or Big Husband in this case.
Ujú. En el reloj no hay cámaras.
All right, let's talk
Vale.
about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Voy a preguntar sobre mí.
I'm having a bad day, Mom. Can I ask you a few things?
We all have our share, son.
A ver, ¿qué he estado haciendo?
I lost my timesheet. What have I got going on this week?
Well, Monday is Junior Brown Brigade,
Junior what now?
and Tuesday is Model UN.
Model UN.
Mm-hmm. You represent Djibouti. On Wednesday, you'll be overseeing the board game club at the rec center.
Okay, I've heard enough.
¿Cómo me volví tan convencional?
Everyone is treating me like some sort of goody two-shoes, Mom.
They're just jealous that you're such a perfect citizen of Hill Valley.
Have I always been this way?
Always been a perfect little son. Going on 18 years now.
Ujú.
What about that time I set fire to the living room?
Oh, but you only did that so you could show us the fire retardant you made with your chemistry set.
Heavy.
Mm. Es un cerebrito. Claro, él ya nació bajo la dictadura Brown.
I saw Jennifer earlier today.
Jennifer,
Oh, Jennifer. What a spunky gal. Are you two patching things up?
She totally blew me off.
Well, I'm not the world's biggest dating expert, seeing as how I married the first guy to fall from the sky. But maybe you should spend a little less time with your microscopes and ant farms, and a little more time tending to her needs. What kind of things is she passionate about, Martin? What are her interests?
I don't even know anymore.
You see,
claro, dice, si la quieres conquistar, mira a ver qué le interesa, qué le preocupa.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Bueno,
Alright,
más
dear.
información sobre papá.
So, what's up with Dad?
ugh, indeed. What is up with him?
That setup in his garage is pretty intense.
That's not the word I'd use. More like creepy.
I heard that.
No se puede decir espeluznante. Vamos a preguntar sobre alguien más.
I feel like I don't know anybody anymore.
Well, Martin, that could be a sign you need to get out more.
A ver, pregúntale más sobre Jennifer,
What do you think of Jennifer?
porque a ella le
Mom?
gusta.
Well, she certainly looked like quite a handful, dear. I was really hoping some of her, joie de vie would have rubbed off on you.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Martin, you can be a little uptight sometimes.
Jeez, don't sugarcoat it, Mom.
Well, maybe you needed to hear it. There's nothing wrong with having priorities in life. Just maybe Jennifer should have been a little higher on your list.
Yeah, she should.
Well, you did buy that guitar. That's a step in the right direction. Women love musicians. Just keep practicing and I'm sure you'll get better.
What are you talking about? I'm a great musician.
That's the spirit.
Vale, parece ser que en esta línea temporal Marty no le ha prestado la atención necesaria a Jennifer. Y ya tenemos la guitarra, pero me haría falta el amplificador para poder reconquistarla al menos. Bueno. Sobre su padre, el oficial Parker.
Jen's dad doesn't seem to like me very much.
He's just a little stressed out, dear. Filling the crime-stomping shoes of his legendary father makes poor Danny Jr. a little twitchy.
So I see.
But he gets the job done. Between him and his father, Hill Valley's been as dry as the Sahara Desert for decades now. Unfortunately.
Uy,
My, Doc was right. We did overdo it.
pues parece que sí que tiene un problema con la bebida la mujer. Vale, Biff.
Biff seems, unusually mellow.
Well, he should be. He just finished the Citizen Plus program. So far, it looks like it's done him a world of good.
You don't think he seems a bit off? I mean, he's so un-Biff.
Well, isn't that the point? You remember what he used to be like? He was an unholy terror.
He wasn't that bad.
Now, sure, but you should have seen him in high school.
I I can imagine.
Dice, no sabe cómo era cuando iba al instituto. Una idea tiene. Pero claro, relativamente, porque claro, lo he dicho varias veces, el efecto mariposa que creó todo lo que ocurrió en 1931, sí, es posible que ciertas cosas hayan sido iguales, pero es altamente improbable. Pero bueno. Sobre el ciudadano Brown.
Is there any way I could talk to Citizen Brown?
Oh, you know how difficult that is, Martin. The great man spends so much time coming up with new rules and demerits that he barely has time to talk to us anymore. I guess that's the price we pay for a safe, happy city.
So he doesn't see anyone?
Not unless someone starts rolling up the demerits. He still takes a personal interest in those situations.
Hmm.
And of course you could talk to Mrs. Brown.
Clara?
No, silly. Edna.
Edna Strickland?
Mm-hmm.
Que es su mujer.
Wait, Doc, Citizen Brown is married to Edna Strickland?
Did you get a bump on the head or something? They've been happily married for nearly 40 years. In fact, if you ask me, I think Edna wears the pants in the relationship. She's the one always announcing the day-to-day bulletins. Probably writes them herself.
Ups.
I need to sit down.
Pues parece ser que la señora Brown, en este caso Edna, es quien realmente lleva a la ciudad.
All right, let's talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Vale, ¿qué más? Sobre Hill Valley y las reglas.
Is it just me or does Hill Valley feel really strict today?
Some might even call it stifling. But you didn't hear that from me.
Sobre... Me atraparon con un perro.
I found a stray dog near Supmo.
Oh my, is he dangerous?
No, he's shaggy. I mean friendly. And then Edna and Officer Parker took him away.
Oh, that's a shame.
Do you think he'll be okay?
Edna Brown may not be a dog lover, but she's not a monster. The dog is probably on a train to Utah.
Utah?
All good dogs go to Utah.
Vale. Háblame del contrabando.
Biff was talking about all the contraband he used to keep. Do you know anything about that?
What are you implying, Martin?
I'm not implying anything. I just want to know what kind of contraband might still be around. You know, so I can watch out for it. Like a good citizen.
Well, I wouldn't know about such things. But people still smuggle alcohol in from the next county. I heard the kids at school have been smuggling Xerox copies of Dungeons and Dragons. I bet you'd be into something like that, huh?
I'll get back to you on that.
Vale, contrabando de alcohol hay. ¿Y sobre la ley de demostración pública de afecto?
Biff told me that he got in trouble for public displays of affection.
Can you believe it? Sure, things got a little out of control back in the 60s with the free love and all, but now even holding hands will get you a verbal warning.
Wait, so you can't even kiss?
Can't even hug. It's barbaric. City Hall treats us like a bunch of children going to the movies.
Pues vaya. No se
All
puede
right,
ni
let's
abrazar.
talk about something else.
Alrighty, dear.
Vamos al grano. La cantimplora.
Mom, are you drinking again?
Don't be silly, dear. Booze is illegal, you know.
Yeah, Mom. It's just that Dad mentioned...
Your father. Why, I just can't get away from his prying eyes. Always spying, always watching. You mind your own business, George.
Now, Lorraine, this is for your own good. I know you're keeping a secret from me.
It's mine to keep.
Dad! Mom! Knock it off, you two!
Now, you listen here, young man. This is an adult matter between your mother and me.
Dad, I know, but your way isn't working. You gotta give her some space here.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. What is that in your hand? Rum? Gin? A wine cooler?
For your information, it's brass cleaner. I have a job to do here, you know.
Lorraine?
No.
Lorraine, I'm just trying to look out for you. You know the kind of trouble we can get into if you're drinking again.
George, I wouldn't be so on edge if you weren't suffocating me all the time.
Was that an admission?
An admission of how smothered I am by you.
Está la situación un poco tensa, ¿eh? Vale. Y si le doy a la estatua... ¿Ahora qué? La sigue limpiando, ¿no?
Mom?
Preguntar sobre la cantimplora.
Mom, look, I'm on your side. If you've got a problem, I want to help, but this is a choice you gotta make yourself.
Oh, look at you. You're such a sweet boy. I'm so glad you take after me rather than your father.
What, Lorraine? What?
Ugh! I can't live like this!
Dad, you're not helping.
Oh, but I disagree, Martin. It's important that I catch her in the act so I can get it on tape. Once it's on tape, I can show her that she has a problem.
That's ridiculous, Dad. You're acting like this is some kind of sting operation.
Huh? Where'd she go?
Mom?
Aha! I knew it. There. What did you just hide? That was some sort of fruity liqueur.
It's a spray bottle of simple orange for the cleaning I'm trying to do!
Lorraine, I'm sorry. It's just that you're acting so cagey lately.
Cagey? Maybe I'm acting like I don't want to be spied on all the time.
It's not all the time, Lorraine. I do sleep occasionally, you know.
Tengo algo que pueda cambiar aquí. Uy, tengo unos cuantos deméritos, ¿eh?
Oh, they look like parking tickets. Do I gotta pay a fine or something?
Es que no sé cómo podría... Quizás apuntando aquí.
What's the problem, citizen?
Yeah, I'll have a double animal style with fries and a diet.
That's it. It's called an emergency intercom for a reason. I'm wrapping you for an SCR 300. Take your demerit printout before you go.
Vale. Quizás tengo que apuntar a la cámara directamente ahí para que la pille infraganti. Vale. Tengo que coger de nuevo el carrito. Ir a casa y apuntar en una de las cámaras a esa zona específica de la plaza, supongo. A ver. Esta no. Tampoco. Tampoco. Vale, esta no es. Siento como si perdí algo aquí.
I feel like I missed something here.
Vale. Voy a intentar. Esa puede ser buena. ¿No? Es que no sé cuál es. No sé. Ahí no se ve. Bueno, ahí se ve parcialmente. Es por la parte de detrás. Es que no lo logro ver. Esa puede ser buena. Esa no. Vale. Pero son la misma, ¿no? Voy a dejar estas dos, que son dos ángulos distintos. Y dice que aquí me perdí algo. Aquí no hay ningún amplificador.
Good morning, Mrs. Brown. Please
Parece que
address
no.
me as Mrs. Citizen Brown. I'm sorry, Mrs.
Vale. Pues vamos para acá. Yo creo que ya lo he puesto como quería el padre. Está apuntando directamente ahí. Si lo está grabando tendríamos una prueba de que la madre está bebiendo. Pero también dice que me he dejado algo por ahí. Por ahí enfrente quizás. No. Rompe alguna regla. Intenta volver con Jennifer y hacer una escena.
What is it now?
Deja a Leech ya.
Leech is a wastoid. Come on, Jen. It's you and me.
Dream on, McFly. We might have had a thing for about 10 minutes, but you're not even in the same league as Leech.
You and Leech, Jennifer?
Hey, don't badmouth Leech. There's a lot more to him than soup, you know.
Like what?
For one thing, he wields an axe like nobody's business.
Yo también toco la guitarra.
So you got yourself a new guitar player.
What can I say? I'm a girl who appreciates a hot lick.
Yeah, I remember. Come on, Jennifer. Nobody in town plays guitar like me.
I'm talking electric guitar, Martin. I'm gonna be honest, the ukulele has to go.
Superaría a Leech en cualquier día, ¿eh?
I can outplay your loser boyfriend any day of the week.
You're that desperate to get to first base.
Did you say first or fourth?
I'd give you 2.5. But first you gotta prove you've got better fingers than Leech. You ready to throw down?
I was born ready.
You got a guitar?
Never
Sí.
leave home without it.
Hold on.
Ah, pues mira.
You can knock on my door anytime.
Hold it, we got company.
McFly, what's that was doing here?
He says he can outplay you. I told him, there's no one in Hill Valley better than you. You wanna go prove it?
The Ring of Rock?
Don't crush him too bad. Just teach him a lesson.
Ah, tengo que hacer moverse hacia Jennifer, a ver. Subir a la plataforma. ¿Y si se cae ahí dentro? Piruetas. Yo creo que se tiene que caer ahí. Vale. Moverse hacia el amplificador. Subir a la plataforma. Bajar por la izquierda. Vale. Patada tijera. Quizás con la patada tijera se caiga. Quizás. Moverse hacia Jennifer. Oh, vaya.
You cut my cord, you asshole.
Somebody should have cut it a long time ago, McFly. The winner and undefeated champion of Hill Valley.
Claim your prize, champ.
Well, back to work. See you, loser.
I can't believe you'd let him get away with that. He totally broke the rules.
There are no rules in rock and roll, Martin. That's why a guy like you shouldn't compete.
Tengo que hacerlo de nuevo.